Okay. Good morning, everybody. This beautiful May morning. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. We are happy to receive you this morning in person and online. My name is Kathy Day, and I will be leading this morning's meditation. So take this time for yourself and take a deep breath in. Right here and right now. This place, wherever you are, is sacred place. Everything required for this moment is with you and within you and around you. Take another deep breath in. Imagine you have a giant ball of light over you and you're allowing it to melt into you, bringing its warmth, bringing its light, bringing its life. Let it melt into your head, your face, your neck. Let it melt down and bring relaxation to your shoulders. Let them relax and fall. Relax your back and your belly. Relax your hips. And let that relaxation flow down into your thighs and knees and calves, through your feet, all the way down to each and every toe. Let this warmth flow down each of your arms, through your elbows and wrists, down to each and every finger. Take another deep breath in. There is a peace and perfection that is here, even when we do not see it or recognize it. We take this time to go within and ask the universe to reveal its perfection to us. The universe is the life force. It is the substance and vibration and form of all creation. It is our life, our substance, and our form. We are a unique expression of the universe in our own personal package to be exactly who we are. Breathe in and imagine you're inhaling love. You're pulling love into your body with each and every breath. And your body knows what to do and how to do it to circulate this love through each and every cell of your body, each and every muscle and bone, each and every organ receives and is bathed in love. Our skin that holds all the gooey goodness within us, so often taken for granted, is a beautiful organ that protects us. The semi-permeable membrane that lets in the good and releases what is no longer required. We give thanks and appreciation to all the organs of our body. It is such a wonderful and intricate invention. And all that is required to sustain the body is being generated by the body. Enzymes and hormones and neuropeptides. The body is manufacturing these for its use to regulate, to lubricate. And we don't have to think about it or make it do what it does. But it's nice to appreciate what it does. The world around us has those systems too. In plants, the ability to heal a wound, the ability to grow a new leaf times a billion. Changing with the seasons, creating and releasing leaves, taking a time of dormancy and rest. And now in the springtime, coming into its leafy goodness. First as small, lacy little leaves on the branches, to by midsummer be in full leaf to provide us shade to stay cool. All our gifts. I am grateful for the lessons of nature, for I see how easily they can be applied to me. The releasing of what no longer serves me, easily and effortlessly, like the leaves falling from a tree, and taking the time of dormancy to rest, recuperate, nurture ourselves, and then blooming into fullness. In our season. And we get to do this over and over again. How blessed are we to walk upon the grass and see each blade grow its own individual plant. But together they create this green meadow, this place for wildflowers to bloom and grow. This place where animals live their lives amidst the trees, and the valleys, and the creeks. And we are so blessed because we get to be in a place that serves us. And when it no longer serves us, we can move. We are blessed knowing that how we see things is how we experience them. And that not everyone sees the way we see. And we choose to see with the brightest light, the universe's eyes, to see the beauty and perfection of each and every creation, each beloved creations of the One. So beloved that the universe holds each and every particle of our being in place. Each and every particle of our world in place. So if changes are needed, we open and align with our new vision. And the universe takes the impress of our thoughts, our beliefs, our vibration, and mirrors it back to us. Breathe in love. Feel as that air you're breathing in is exchanged in your lungs with the gases that your body no longer requires. And those gases are delivered to the plants, which take our carbon dioxide. They breathe in our carbon dioxide and they release oxygen for us. What a magnificent circle of life happening with each and every breath. Breathe in more love. Be kind and gentle to yourself. And when we are kind and gentle to ourselves, it's so much easier to be kind and gentle to others. And couldn't everybody just use a little extra kindness and love? Breathe in that love. Release any tension. Knowing that right here and right now, you are the expression of the divine, universal life. Here on this plane of earth, participating in physical form. But the physical form and the consciousness and everything is the universe, the one life and expression. And it knows what to do and how to do it to produce any result. So we release our need to make things happen and open to the flow of the universe through us, in us, as us, to affect and become the change we wish to see. It is all within us. Take another breath in. Call your energy and attention back. And be present in this space and time. Thank you for being here and participating.
Good morning and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Radiant and this is
Brian.
And Kathy.
And we are all grateful members of your Joy Notes song leading team. If you are willing and able to rise and sing a few songs with us. This little light of mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Walking in the world, walking in the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Walking in the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Walking in the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This God light of mine, this God light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This God light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This God light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Thank you so much. And as the God light that we are, our neighbors are also the God light. So if you'll turn to them and beam brighter, say hello, a welcoming hug. If you're at home,
Good
don't
one.
forget to send that letter or that message later. And just tell all of the people that we love them.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Encore.
And if you'll return to your seats or your couch if you're at home, we'll sing our second song. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
everybody. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Susan. I am your presider today. I'm also the administrator here, and I'm a practitioner training. Welcome. When I come here every day, I make an effort to pause at the signs outside of the doors here because they're very important to me and important to us. The one sign says, everybody is welcome, no matter all sizes, all colors, cultures, all sexes, all beliefs, religions, ages, types, all people. And I would include, if I could, all animals, but I don't think we can hold them all in the sanctuary, so we might have to keep it with all people. Also, there's another sign near the labyrinth that says love your neighbor, and that we love our neighbor no matter if any neighbor, even neighbors that don't look like us, don't think like us, don't love like us, don't speak like us, don't pray like us, and sometimes the one I have a difficult time with, the ones that don't vote like us. Love our neighbors, no exceptions. Can you imagine how different the world would be if we just respected everybody as divine beings, gave them the love and respect they deserved, even if we don't always agree with their views on some things? That's where we start here. We believe that we all are deserving of love and respect, no matter what. So welcome, and I'd like to read our global vision. We envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life. And so I would like to also invite people that are new here to fill out sheets in the foyer that gives us your contact information if you would like to receive the newsletter or information on what's going on. Please take a moment to fill that out, or if your address changes. And if you're watching from at home, you can contact the office and make sure that we have you on the newsletter list so that we can keep you informed and up to date. So I will invite up the practitioner of the day, who is Danu, who will be giving us a treatment, a spiritual mind treatment but we're gonna sing first. So if you'd all like to rise, thank you.
Who is singing?
We are one.
Of course.
We are one. We are one. I am you. You are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you. You are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers here and all around the world. So let's all take a few breaths together. Love, let's just have a big exhale. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. In once more. Let it go. One more time. So I know that there is one divine source. This source is all-inclusive, all-encompassing. It is all-knowing, all-powerful, all-loving. This source created everything out of itself. It is the life force energy that seeks expression everywhere at all times. This source is the source of intention. This source is the source of love. This source is the source of divine guidance and inspiration. And as a piece of all that is, as a piece of this one great life, I know that I too am one with this source. I am an expression of it. And just as I know this truth for myself, I know this truth for every person here. We are all beautiful expressions, sacred expressions of Source. And all of the qualities of Source are innately part of each of us at our core. And as the expressions of Source that we are, I know that we are all divinely guided in every moment. We are guided to know our values and to allow those values to inform our actions, to inform our decisions, to inform the type of life we build by choice. I know that the love of Source is with us always, in every moment, in every decision, in every time of unsureness or time of sureness. That love is present, and it always seeks expression through each and every one of us. I know that the intention of Spirit guides us exactly where we need to be, to inform us of what our path is, what our next decision is, where our right place to be is. And we show up with ease, we show up with grace, we show up with gratitude. So in gratitude, I celebrate the sacredness and the love of the Source, the love of each one of us here. I'm so grateful to know that we are all divinely guided by our values. Knowing the power of my word, I release it now into the law of creative mind, and so it is.
Thank you, Danu. That was beautiful. I'd like for us to repeat the affirmation, or we'll state the affirmation for the month, and then you can repeat it after me. Because I know the truth of as within, so without, I am consciously open and curious with my own inner landscapes. I live from my true values and create space for authentic self-expression. And if you could join along. Because I know the truth of as within, so without, I am consciously open and curious with my own inner landscape. I live from my true values and create space for authentic. Thank you. We have an exciting service. We have Alfredo is with us, and he's going to be providing special music. We also have Reverend Linda is going to be speaking on today's message of value-led life, and we know that Danu is here for the practitioner of the day, and so enjoy. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome, Alfredo. Thank you for being here today.
So this instrument is called the oud. It's from the Middle East, and it is the ancestor of the lute and the guitar. And I'll be singing some Sufi poetry, which was written back in the 1200s by a Turkish poet named Yunus Emre. And in this Sufi poetry, a lot of times you'll hear about wine and drunkenness and all that stuff. Well, it's not necessarily alcohol wine. That wine is the essence of the beloved, and that drunkenness is the state we enter into when we're one with the beloved, when we're one with the oneness. Here we go. And I'll sing it in Turkish first and then give you the translation. O maşıkımın aşkı benim gönlümü sırrımı faş eyledi. Sayım gitmez gözümden, hiç eksilmez sözünden. Çalıp kendi nurundan gözüme tuş eyledi. Bir kadesindu canan, can içi kane kane. Dolu geldi peymana, canese hoş eyledi. Esruk oldu canımız, durduk el lisanımız. Nice benim gibi aşık derviş eyledi. Ben kaçan derviş olam, velyanı kul olam. 100 bin benim gibi aşk irkapuş eyledi. Oh, the love of that beloved made my chest wet with my tears. It took my heart from me, in my secrets it made reveal. Not always said by my eyes, never absent from your words. God's true self through your light came and revealed. A wine glass to beloved, beloved drank its essence. Fullness came to the dear moth, made beloved soul so drunk. So drunk did become our souls, our tongues were scattering pearls. How many others who like me, lover dervish did become. When I dervish do become, saint's beauty's servant I am. 100,000 others who like me, dervish's love cloak did become. In the soul burns a sacred lamp, it's in the heart where it remains. With heart and love's intelligence, with love a likeness was made. Hapless Eunice, who is loving, saw beloved and was lost. Lovers from their inner self gave this lover ecstasy. Eunice miskin Savinia, dostugumuz abenuan. Aşıklar ortasından, aşıklar ortasından, aşıklar ortasından, aşık cımbış And again, the words of Eunice Emre, who lived in the 1200s. Thank you so much. And that was my translation, by the way.
And if you will sit back in your seats, if you're new here, we go into a very short meditation after we sing this song. And I invite you to just sit back and be supported by the chair. Because we know that God is all there is, which is the chair supporting you. And anything else in your life, always supported by God. So sing with me. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening.
To everyone who was born of a mother, may you be blessed. To everyone who is a mother, to an actual birth child, may you be blessed. To everyone who mothers someone else's child or a grandchild, may you be blessed. For everyone who has taken on the role of mother, no matter your gender, may you be blessed. For everyone who has nurtured a neighbor child, may you be blessed. For everyone who has nurtured an animal, a plant, a living thing, that too is mothering. May you be blessed. the infinite, loving nature of the divine moves through all of creation. And everyone may experience the energy of nurturing. Grateful always for the opportunity to nurture others. I embrace Mother Energy, and I let go, and I allow it to move through me, as me. And so it is. Thank you, Matt. And thank you, Alfredo Gomezano, for that lovely, lovely prayer, poem, beautiful music you played for us. Welcome. I am grateful to know how many beautiful beings have experienced the opportunity to be mothers, and all of us have the opportunity to have had a mother. It may have been a beautiful relationship, it may not have been, but because of them, we are here. I would have not have been born without my beloved mother and my beloved father coming together in the way that they did. And for that I give thanks. And I know men can kind of look around, and those of us who didn't have children, and go, well, what am I supposed to do on Mother's Day? And then that's why I did that meditation, because every time we nurture anything, we are experiencing the mother energy. It moves through us. It is who we are. This month, we are talking about the idea of doing the inner work of moving from good to great to grand, to really building up within us the truth of who we are so that we can be who we came here to be. I've had a lot of opportunities lately, been doing a lot of journaling, been doing a lot of reading and thinking about things, and how much we gather bits of data and apply them to ourselves as though that's who we were, rather than letting who we are shine out. And that's why this week I asked everybody to sing This Little Light of Mine, because we all come with a specific light that is ours and ours alone. No one else can shine the light that each of us shines. We have an individual light that is ours and is unique to us. And yet we spend a whole lot of time putting filters over that light so that it won't shine in anybody else's eyes and so that it will fit in with the other lights that are around us, and so that we can be part of the in circle, but that's not who we are. We're our own circle, each of us. We are our own nucleus. We are our own center place. And we are here to shine as only we can shine. So basically, life becomes a whole object of learning and unlearning and relearning who we are. When we're little, we have beginner's mind. We are authentic. Everything is new to us. We are playing. We are discovering everything. We don't know danger. We don't know anything. We just know, oh, this is new. Let me go try this. Well, it's fine when you put your finger into the dirt, but it might not be fine if you put your finger into the fire, and that's where you learn, oh, maybe that wasn't such a good idea, and I have applied something to myself which stops me from doing certain things. That's a kind of an obvious one, but there are so many stories we have about things that we try and then stop because at some level we got hurt and we think it's not safe anymore. So we put a big not safe sign on anything that looks remotely like that and then behave that way from that point forward. So what I want us to look at is how do we let go of, how do we carve away the things that are not the truth of us to allow the truth of who we are? Now this week we're looking at the idea of a value-led life, the idea that if we have values, certain values that we want to adhere to, we live by them and we become that person. What was interesting to me as a English major and a student of words, the logos fascinates me. Values have been around for well over 1,000, almost 1,500 years. The concept of value, of a thing having worth, of a thing having an intrinsic good to it, meritoriousness of it. But the idea of a value as a form of behavior came out in 1918. That's like 106 years ago. That's like yesterday in terms of words. And so it is intriguing to learn that we're kind of just ourselves new at understanding what we value, what we place as behaviors. A value is essentially a standard, a principle that we live by, where we focus our attention and energy. And it used to, some years ago, the joke was, if you want to know what you really value, check out your day timer and your checkbook. Well, nobody has a day timer and nobody has a checkbook anymore. But, but look at your calendar and your bank statement, okay? Because where you spend your time and where you spend your money is where you put your value. I may say I value my family, but if I'm spending all my time and all my money someplace else, maybe I really don't. Where am I placing my value? Where do I place value in my life? What do I value in my life? Where do I focus my attention and my energy? Eric Butterworth, who's a wonderful New Thought author, has written, "There is a hidden genius in each person which we each give expression to through commitment, discipline, enthusiasm, and passion." If I'm not passionate about something, if I'm not enthusiastic about something, if I'm not disciplined about moving towards that thing, am I really valuing it? Is it really a value in my life? And it's like we have all these, we were talking in Thursday discussion this last week, we really get it up here. We understand the principles and the ideas, and we can talk about the principles and the ideas and what they mean and how important they are, but to actually embody them, to actually really live them can be a challenge at times. Where do I place my attention? In today's world of cell phones and Wi-Fi and constant communication, am I paying attention to who I'm at? I dine alone. I'm not afraid to dine alone. I go out. I don't, I go for lunch mainly. But I sit there and I look at how many people sitting across the table from each other are sitting across the table from each other like this. They're not looking at each other. They're not speaking to each other. They're not even ignoring each other. They're just there in their own, they're dining alone with other people sitting at the table. I keep this because it's how I track my steps. So why does she have her phone in her pocket if she's going to talk about that? But we all have our reasons for doing what we do. But when we focus our attention and our energy on something, it becomes important to us, whether or not we really think it's important to us. But I would venture to say that a whole lot of people in the world today value their phones more than they value anything else, because that's where they spend their time and their attention and their energy. What do I need to spend my time and attention on? We, years ago, set up some values at this center. We said, okay, these are our core values. We worked for well over a year on them, and then we worked on them for another year, and then we turned them from nouns into verbs, and then we made signs of them, and we put them up in the social hall. And they're up there to this day. Now, and I wonder, as I'm reading them, and I was printing them out for us, I said, are we actually living as a community? Are we actually living these values? We say they're important, we think they're important, we talk about their importance, but are we acting from them? For integrity, we came up with the verb statement to make our actions match our values. Good key point value to have, to be in integrity with my values, to act like I believe my values. Abundance, to trust in a bountiful universe. Education, to be informed and expand our knowledge. Commitment, to honor our agreements. Excellence, to do our best. Empowerment, to encourage others to find their own strength. And finally, love, to see the good, the God in everyone. Now, I think those are extraordinary values. I really like the values. And I have to look at, am I living those values as part of this community? Is it how I'm behaving? Is it how I'm acting? Am I acting as if I really believe that's true? Or am I just sprouting the words? What do I care deeply about? What do I care deeply about? My partner, my family, my pets, my home, my community. What do I care deeply about? What do I believe? What do I believe about the things I care deeply about? What do I believe about the world? Is it a safe space? Is it a scary space? Is it a long, hard slog? Is it a slide down a sweet hill? Is it all of those things? What do I believe? Because you see, what I believe impacts how I feel about the world and how I feel about everything that I see. Words are intriguing. We use words to try to get ourselves into a space where we can explain to others what we're talking about, and yet words, by their very definition, put labels on things that stop them from growing and being something new and different. But to observe, I am given to understand that to observe is simply to see. I see a thing. I see something happening. I see two people yelling. I see two people hugging. I see two people jumping up and down. I see one person running. I see this. All of those things are just things that I saw. And I haven't put any meaning to them. I didn't say they were yelling angry words or happy words. I didn't say, what they were doing. But when I perceive something, I move from observing it to explaining it, to putting a label on it, to casting a belief with a paintbrush on it. I can tell up a whole story about what those two people are doing that might be the absolute antithesis of what was going on. But I've made up a story in my mind because of how I filtered it through my sight. Everything we do, well, yeah, I saw it with my own two eyes. Yeah, you did. But you didn't hear it, you didn't understand it, you didn't know, it's learning how to realize where I'm inserting my story on you. I'm inserting my experience on you. Well, when I do something like that, that's what I'm feeling, so that's what they're feeling. Because they couldn't be different from me because they're my friend. So something's wrong here because when I act like that, I'm angry. We put all this stuff on other people, and it impacts the value that we give to them and the value that we give to ourselves. Because we're telling stories and limiting it with a name or a judgment. We had a new guest. She's at our discussion group, and she talked about the idea that the minute I name something, I have just stopped it from evolving. I have put parameters on it. I have defined what it is. And I can't let it be something else. To value something is to allow it to unfold and grow and evolve, and to allow ourselves to unfold and grow and evolve with that idea. It changes. Life changes. Our thoughts change. We need to shed the weight of the past and be active co-creators of a life that works for everyone. That past that we're holding on to, those old stories. Young Pueblo, the fellow's name is Diego Perez. And the word young pueblo means young people. And he basically uses that as his pen name because as a humanity, we are toddlers. We're young people. We're entering our teens. And he writes poetry. He writes prose, which he formats as poetry. Because basically, he's writing incredibly beautiful, wise prose. And I wanted to share this with you. When we rise above the past and use our effort to respond to life intentionally, adhering to our values, by having the perseverance to build wiser habits, we open the door wider to living in a new way, a value-led life. When we rise above the past and use our effort to respond to life intentionally by having the perseverance to build wiser habits, we open the door wider to building things in a new way. Dr. Holmes says, releasing the weight of the past limiting beliefs and judgment frees us to rise up in faith, which is mental assertion elevated to the plane of realization. My idea becomes my reality. I have to let go of the old stories to create new values that lead me in a new direction, that bring me to who I came here to be. The old stories are hiding my light. The old stories are hiding my life, love, light, power, peace, beauty, and joy. I'm covering them up. I'm inviting you to find some new values. And just to think about, can this center be a place where I can explore my core values and practice them and bring them into light? I have, after the service, they'll be sitting on the chair up here. I copied Brene Brown's value statements for any of them who didn't get this a month ago when Bonnie Anderson talked about them. They're 100 values that you can go through and pick. Like pick the top 10 and then bring it down after a week to 5 and then bring it down to a couple that you really want to play with and be with. Who do I choose to be? What do I choose to value? How do I choose to make that so? We are all doing this on our own as we walk each other together. It is time for the offering, and so I'd like to ask the song leaders to come up. And the ushers to come forward. Thank you, Danu, for jumping in there. On this special day dedicated to mothers, I dedicate my gift to the growth that this center has offered to me over the years, over the time that I've been here. I dedicate this gift to growth, to abundance, to value. That means the earth and the world to me. Place your gift over your heart, or place your hand over your heart if you've already given your gift. I bless this gift,
I bless this gift,
knowing it is the circulation of divine good,
knowing it is the circulation of divine good,
and it comes back to me,
and it comes back to me,
pressed down, overflowing, and multiplying. And so it is.
And so it is.
And
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We
from our beloved Alfredo Gormezano.
Testing, testing. Test, test.
It's on.
So this is going to be another Sufi poem, this time from Central Asia, from a place called Uzbekistan. And if you don't know where Uzbekistan is, see the movie Borat. In the beginning, he shows a map of everything. And it's going to, again, talk about drunkenness, and it's going to talk about putting one's head on the threshold and leaving this world behind. Well, what does that mean? Leaving this world behind, leaving our old self behind when we're growing and changing. It's almost like a part of us dies, like old cells die and new cells come and take the place. And placing our head upon the threshold, or Meshrab placing his head upon the threshold, taking that step just to go across into that newness, that new life. Jamaling Mastodalaga Isking Dakrigan Pavonalaga Mandin Duo Duo Sand in Ijoban Janam Tasaduhung Jononalaga Ekung Lekate Rahamaila my son Kulgul Nazar San Bechoralaga To show your beauty to those drunk in God, and to the moths who burn in your love. From me 'tis a prayer, from you who acceptance, my soul's devotion to the greater soul. A hard-hearted one, you're not giving mercy. Turn your blessed glance to those from whom hope flees. Mashrab, with his mind on you, has left this world behind, placing his head, bowing his head upon the great threshold. Mashrab Senidab, catch the Jahondin, Bashini Koyum, Astonalaga, Bashini Koyum, Bashini Koyum, Bashini Koyum, Astona, Astona. Astona Thank you so much.
Thank Alfredo Alfredo makes these beautiful drums, and I know many of you here enjoy drumming. If you want to take a look at what he does, and go to the back after the service. And
Thank you. And I have photographs back there too of Hawaii that I've done.
oh, yeah, he was in Hawaii for what, 8 years, 7 years?
Almost 7.
7? For a long time, he was
A
gone
long
from
time.
us, so it's nice to have him back. Ah, announcements. Woohoo! Today, after the gathering at 11:45 in the social hall, Danu will be leading a discussion group where you can talk about today, the values, the idea of putting values to work in your life, or anything else that came up for you in reaction to, response to today's message. The men's coffee is Tuesdays at 10:30 at 5th Street Market. The Soup for the Soul is Thursdays at noon. This week, what did we draw? Wait a minute. What, I can't remember what we drew. Oh well, I've got it. Susan wants to talk about the Wednesday gathering and next Saturday, so.
Yes.
Susan wants to speak to you.
Yes, this Wednesday evening, we are going to be taking the values sheet and going over, picking out our values, and then we have an exercise with that. And I will be leading that Wednesday evening gathering, so I invite all of you to come. We're doing it at 6 o'clock now, since it stays light later, so that those of us can still drive, that don't like to drive at night, you still have time to drive home before it gets dark. And so we're very excited about that. And Suzanne Otis is going to come play the piano this Wednesday night, and she has written a new song that she would like to share with us. I think the name of it is The Angel in You. And so that'll be lovely to have her, and we'll have some meditation time. So please come and join us on Wednesday. That would be great. And then Saturday, we have a very busy Saturday coming up. We have the yard sale happening. You are welcome to come and have a space where you sell your items. And if you do some volunteer work, you can get your space without making a contribution. Otherwise, for spaces are $25 a space. Also, if you do not want to sell anything, please come and browse what there is, and also help out if you like. So that's going to be in the morning. We are going to be starting to set up at about 8:15, so pretty early in the morning. People will start setting up for folks. And so if you have any questions about that, let me know. You are welcome to donate items that you do not want to stay and sell, to just give to the center to sell. If you want to donate items, you could do that. We ask that you bring them that morning. We just don't have the capability to accommodate people bringing a bunch of stuff beforehand. So you would be responsible for bringing it that morning. Dropping it off is fine, and we'll take it from there. So we would look forward to seeing you on Saturday. And then we have shamanic drumming at 6 o'clock Saturday evening. If you have not had an opportunity to come and check this out, it is amazing. The shamanic drumming puts you in a theta state, which is like an in-between dream state and awake state. And people have had some amazing visions, including me. I have an amazing visions, or very deep meditation, and it's really cool. So we'd love to have you come for the shamanic drumming and journeying Saturday night. And then also, Mirth is playing in the Whitaker, which is Kevin Buttry's and Marty Chilla's band. The last time we went for that, there was not a single person sitting in their seats. We had so much fun dancing. So that's something we can do together after the events of the day if you're interested in going to see Kevin and Marty Chilla. So we've got a lot going on, and would love to have you participate in any of those things that you're called to do. We'd love to see you there.
Thank you, Susan.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Kevin and Marty have kind of a Grateful Dead cover band, and it's really, really good. They played here. Thursdays at 1:30 in the meditation room, there is a bereavement group, grief support group. This Saturday, is also the third Saturday. It's also the week that the women's group meets online from 10:30 to noon. So, if you think if you have third Saturdays in the month are not boring around here, okay? The Death Cafe is from 4:30 to 6:30 in the social hall, and then the shamanic drumming, which Susan already mentioned, and then the yard sale, which is also this Saturday. Yeah. Things be happening. There was no bingo this month. There will be bingo starting again in June. We have prizes galore and really fun things. Check out the bookstore. Check out Alfredo's table. There's plenty to do to help. We can always use volunteers for the sound room. We can use volunteers for greeting. We can use volunteers in the kitchen. We can use your service and support. And thank you to Ellen Gabehart, who is doing wonderfully well and is walking and talking and doing really well, just not quite up to getting out and doing active outside stuff. But they did the artwork here. And the information about the practitioners briefly, because we're running a little bit late, but it's all good.
Try to keep it short. So as most of you know, our teaching here is rooted in oneness and rooted in the power of our thoughts to create. And each of us is like an individual brain cell in the brain of God, in the mind of God. And so as practitioners, our role is when you as an individual brain cell don't know how to move forward, don't know how to call upon the strength for what you need, for really any reason, any purpose, you can come to us, and we act as that medium of truth, communicating to a higher power, communicating with God, to tell God exactly the truth of who you are, the truth of the life you really want to live and really want to create. So we have practitioners here today. We're available for a few minutes of prayer after service if you feel called to that. And real quick, I just want to announce starting May 15th through June 15th, I will be taking my first sessions as a practitioner. 100% of your donations for those sessions will go to the center. So please reach out to me if you'd like a session. I would love some practice because I'm about to be licensed. So thank you.
Repeat after me. God is.
God is.
I am.
I am.
That's enough.
That's enough.
And so it is.
So it is. That's more than enough.